Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video will be going over some upcoming updates Infinity Nikki has just posted on several of their socials. We will be going over all of the upcoming updates and things that they have announced, which is very exciting, and also some teasers they kind of posted to make people speculate if that's coming or not. I'm very excited to be seeing that, so without further ado, let's go check everything out. So this is all a teaser for the version of 1.2. They don't seem to be giving us a specific date. It just says the countdown till version 1.2 is on, which I'm assuming will start right after this wishing event ends in I think like a week and a half or something like that. They haven't done a date in between where there's nothing going on, so I'm assuming this will be like the right next update coming after. Starting here on the English Twitter, we have a few pictures that they posted kind of to make a little bit excited. Before we look at those pictures and start speculating, they have announced a special gift with a 4-star hair accessory for all stylists, which you can now already claim in your game and will be available until February 28th. The light bulb hair clip looks like this. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying to style this item. It's very unique, and as you can see inside of the light bulb, it has the Infold logo, which I think is kind of a cute touch. A little bit breaks the immersion, but it is still cute. I'm excited to claim that later today. A free 4-star is a free 4-star. Our first image here shows us some stuff that we can already do, so I'm assuming this is a little bit of like we can do and we can maybe do in the future. Starting off here, we have flying horses in the sky, flying mounts in the next world, in our next area. Could be a thing, I don't know. We have these big birds that you can pet and you can fly on. Wouldn't be the craziest thing if in our next area we might get unicorns and we can also pet them and ride. Unicorns are out of Mirrorland kind of thing. Next up, we have here some air balloons. We already have a few where you can go into them, you can take pictures. Maybe we're gonna get a few more, who knows. Then here another horse with a carousel, so maybe this could be a nod to a future decor piece. And then here the bottom one has the water with just waves, so I'm not quite sure if that could reference anything. I don't see a mount here. I don't see her buying a jet ski, but you know what, Nikki on a jet ski, I could see it. Next up here we have bonfires. I am not quite sure where in the world this is, but do we have that already? It would be fun to see a bonfire. I don't think I've seen that in game yet. And then here we have photos with fireworks, so maybe we'll be able to have an animation, or we get more photo poses with fireworks. I can see that happening. A lot of these pictures have fireworks included, which I'm assuming is part of the next big update. If this whole theme is about light bulbs, I don't think fireworks are that far off from light bulbs, so maybe that has something to do with each other. It will be really cute, but it seems here you're taking the picture and then the next one is shipping the picture off. Can you send pictures with 2 friends? Are you taking pictures with friends? Could be happening. And at the bottom here we see Nikki in her big gown in a field. Could it be maybe we get to have some sitting emotes, so you can just sit down anywhere, take some pictures that falls down on the floor. I think that'll be really cute. I'm not sure if there's any sitting poses right now. I think you have to sit down on the bench, but it'll be really cute if it could just be anywhere. Next up here, I can't quite figure this one out. This one is kind of difficult for me, but starting off here on the top, we have what seems to be either a guy or it's a Feywish that is going in for attack. Might be a reference to a part of the future story. Then below we have the guy just kind of leaving. It's like floating off, so I think this is a storyboard kind of coming together. The next one is Momo in the sky, in the clouds, laughing while he's wearing headphones. Maybe accessories for Momo. Can't think of anything else besides a new cape or like head accessories really for that one. And at the bottom here we have a sort of cave almost, and then in the middle, what is this? That's like a bouquet of roses, right? Is that a reference to one of the outfits maybe? The big red one, does that one have roses on it? Could it be? Here we have 3, which I already know kind of what they mean. We will be going over more specific, but let me quickly spoil that one for you. I know this one is going to be a lot of mobile optimization that they have announced, which I'm very excited to also tell you in just a minute. Next one, we have some flowers on a field, which I think is a reference to some respawn rates for items that you can pick up that they have also announced. And then here at the bottom, we have a whimsical bike in the breezy meadow, I think, which they also have added some changes for. But wait, there's more. We have Momo in fireworks again. I think we can put off fireworks maybe. Also, they have announced something along the lines of taking pictures with Momo, so that might be a reference, but we don't see the little corner, so maybe it's something else. I don't know. We're riding here onto Stoneville. I think this is just a regular picture, same as here. Momo sitting on one of the Feywish Pride baby beds. He can't do that right now, right? But but if you can take pictures with Momo, he can sit on there. That'll be so cute. That'll be so cute. And then lastly, here at the bottom, we have just a floating outfit with the fairy set, which I don't think is a reference to anything. One thing to know about this one, blink and you might miss it. This is the fairy floating set, right? If you know the Monroe fish set, she blows bubbles in like an emote. They look exactly like these two bubbles. Does that mean you get to change the look of ability outfits? Is it? Again, speculation. On the top picture here, we have two enemies that are kind of like zapped out. I think this is a reference to some enemy optimization we will be getting into. Here we have a fireworks that actually are being set off, so I'm pretty sure that might be either a decor item, emote, something along those lines. And at the bottom here, where Nikki is in shock because she finds, I think that's fireworks as well, or like little bombs. Story reference, maybe? And then we have 6 more images with starting off here. You know what that means, I think? This is the purification outfit. I recognize the braid, I see the hair. Could this be that tracking will be added for the purple juice that no one can ever find all of them for without looking on Google? That might be what this means, I think. Oh, I don't think they have to announce that though, but that'll be really, really good. I really need that in the game like yesterday. Then here we have mountains. Nikki jumping really high, bolting off. She seems to be wearing her default outfit because she's wearing braids with the backpack and her dress. I don't know. Does she go hiking? Can we go higher? Is that what that means? I think this is maybe a general notch to us unlocking more of the world. Maybe the next will be mountains. I don't know. And then lastly, this one I think is very, very mysterious. We have one of those spinny thingies, and I'm not quite sure what this means. They really want to make the mystery for this one. I think this could be a reference to Chinese New Year because this background picture, keep this in mind, okay? You see here the bench with the items and the flowers. In the next image, we will see this back again, and then here the flowers again. So what could this mean? I don't recognize the room. It's very ancient Chinese. We have the lanterns as well, and it seems to be some blossoms coming up. So I'm assuming this is a reference to Chinese New Year, which is coming up very soon, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki would go all out with this event. This year is the year of the snake, and I don't see any snake references here. But going down, we have another image with lotus flowers and lanterns. Maybe these flowers could be new items, new collectibles. I don't think we have lotuses right now. And our last image I think is very, very mysterious. We have a guy wearing pants with suspenders, and he clearly seems to be wearing glasses. Who could this be? No clue. Maybe the guy that works at the dye shop factory? I think he has something similar look. And then there's another character, and they're wearing like traditional Chinese outfit it seems, and I don't know who that could be. No clue. Story reference, partial story reference for Chinese New Year. Speaking of which, they have not announced anything of. There has been some leaks for some outfits, but I don't want to show those. I don't know if I'm allowed, but I did find something else because I went a little bit digging on Weibo, which is kind of like the Chinese Twitter, and I went to look for any images I had not seen before, and I found this. Momo, Nikki, a lantern, with red envelopes, which is also part of Chinese New Year, which they often give to each other with money in there. And I think this might be a set that can be coming soon. I saw in the leaked images the set that looked very similar to this pink one on the side here. However, the lantern is the gear of the dragon and not snake. Could be that we might be getting this outfit. It looked very, very similar, but I would love to see Momo have a similar outfit, but then I guess as a snake. Again, with the lanterns, I think that would all make sense, okay? This is all coming together, so this is a little conspiracy. I would love this set. Wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a shop set though, from the looks of it, from what I saw, but very pretty. Hopefully they will post some more teasers later. Now we're going to be going over all of the patch notes that they have announced. I will be translating all of these images using Google Translate, so some of them might be different for interpretation. So I guess a disclaimer that I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that these stuff will happen. So let's go over everything and get you all excited. First page, they just announced how excited they are that they've been listening to everyone's feedback. If you don't know, often in the in-game mail, they will send out surveys for you to fill in. As a reward, you will often get gems or blinks, and it's very much worth it besides getting the rewards because they do listen. So let's see what they got. First up is mobile optimization. They said they are aware of all of the issues and they are working on it, but there's still a long way to go, which I get. They're working on it, okay. Then next up here, it says that purification outfit is always really hard to aim because you can't currently aim upwards, so you have to jump and then aim forwards. And it looks like they're going to be changing this here for the purification bombs can now easily hit the enemy at a close range and under a certain height difference. So be able to aim up, and it will make it a lot easier to do combat, which I'm I'm excited for. I don't know if this is specifically to mobile because this whole tab seems to be about mobile, but I'm thinking this is going to be also available on other consoles. And at the bottom here specifically, a fix for Huawei. This seems to have an issue with frozen screen, so if you've been having this issue and you have a Huawei, they're working on it. Then we have some changes for the bicycle. I have heard a lot of issues of people having trouble biking, especially on mobile, and they have listened to this by adding 2 new joystick control modes, including joystick and button options to make it easier to drive around. Besides those optimizations, they have also changed now that if you fall into the water with your bike, you will just respawn on your bike and it won't just be gone, just be standing there. Haven't had this issue myself, but glad that they are. And lastly, which is very exciting, that the bike club has decided that you are no longer limited to riding around in the breezy meadows and everyone can ride to more places. I'm assuming this means the rest of Flora Wish on Stoneville. I don't think it will be very much possible in the abandoned district since there's a lot of other jumping and like big obstacles around, and the same is for Wishing Wood since you will have to go through a little hole the size of Momo, and I don't think the bike is fitting through there. But either way, I'll be excited to drive around more because you can take a ton of pictures with the bike too on other spots. I think I would use it probably more than I do currently. Another very exciting update last time that we got was that instead of just having to do the math to see which of the 5 accessories for a styling battle would be the best, you can now select every item and it will automatically only choose the score for the 5 highest. They're upgrading that even more by just having a one dress all button, so you won't have to go through each category anymore. You can just press the button and then Nikki will be dressed in all the highest options and then it will pick from there. So I wanted this since the beginning, really. I'm glad that they're finally adding this, but I feel like could have done that a little bit sooner, but it's here now, not complaining. They will also be changing the prologue / tutorial of the game. I personally haven't had any issues or heard much about having issues, but it seems to be that some people find it quite difficult, so they will be optimizing it. They don't say what specifically, but if you know anyone who quit because it was too difficult, no, they're coming to change it. And one I'm very excited for is the material refresh. If you have kind of been playing every day and collecting your special materials, you will know that material will reset every 24 hours at the moment that you pick it up. So if you do this twice a day somewhere else, you need to mentally remember which one you do it at 9 AM and which one you did at 9 PM because the rotation will be different. This is all going to be scrapped and just going to be every day when the dailies reset for you, which for most people will be at 4 AM every day depending on the server that you're in. Great change because I got kind of tired on having to remember and I would just like miss out a day every time because I couldn't go back. I really wanted this change. I'm really glad that they listened, so we'll be looking forward to that. Not only will mobile get optimization, PC will also get key customization here, that you'll be able to key map custom keys for things as jumping, sprinting, falling, interacting. I haven't had a need for me to remap my keys, but if people were interested in that, it's pretty cool that they have added it. Another one I think is a really high quality of life improvement is precision tracking on the minimap. If you are precision tracking a sort of material, it will show on the map, but on the minimap it will not show on around the corner, so you would have to reopen the map, at least in my situation. Reopen the map, look where your item is, kind of point it to the right direction, close it again and start walking until it shows up on the minimap. It seems to be that they will be displayed on the minimap more accurately when the tracking is turned on, so hopefully they kind of fixed it. I have been struggling a little bit with the tracking, so can't wait. It seems to be that all the things that I just mentioned kind of are confirmed to be added in the next update, and then they also gave us a last page with things that they are working on or are considering doing, so this one might not come the next update but probably will be in future updates coming soon. Starting off really fun about the camera. Currently Momo is holding the camera and you're unable to take pictures with him besides like taking screenshots just like when you're walking around, but not like actual posing, and they're planning to add that to the game, as well as adding poses for Nikki and Momo to be taking pictures together, and that's gonna be so cute. Another photo update will be the option to take vertical photos on your phone, or I'm assuming also on PC. I like how it translated here saying, so you no longer have to worry about your cervical pain when taking vertical screen photos. How exciting for us. Can't wait to cure my cervical pain. They are also working on monster tracking. Currently you're unable to track them for materials, but it seems that they will be adding this in the future. I'm wondering why they didn't in the first first place, but again, rather late than never, I guess. Another mobile update they have planned is a 60 frame option. I think this is going to be hand in hand with another bunch of mobile improvements they want to do, because I think they want as many people playing this game. So I'm pretty positive about this. I think like we have a high chance of getting more people to play in the future for optimization. But it says here this takes a relatively long and continuous turning process, so I think it takes a while for them to get that all sorted. And they just say here at the end a thank you and a happy new year. I'm just personally most excited for the small quality of life changes, like the reset of the materials, the better tracking, the enemy tracking. I think the biking stuff and things are pretty cute, but I don't know how often I would be using that. But either way, I think it'll be great for the game to kind of constantly improve itself on that. I would love to hear which things you're most excited for. Once again, I think most of these things will be added that I mentioned in the first few pages in the upcoming 1.2 update. And then the last page I just mentioned with the Momo camera, the 60 FPS will be coming into the future. But once again, I'm not quite certain because, you know, Google Translate might always be accurate, but this is all very, very exciting. If you have any speculations about the pictures that we showed in the beginning, what might have some meanings, I would love to chat with you in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!